funky, shake it. So funky that you just can't take it, then go on. Use or lose your thing, you got to use or lose your thing.
What's this beer you guys are drinking?
6 Point. I believe it's Long Island, you were saying?
Does it have an accent?
Metropolitan area.
I'm having this here, which
Yeah,
is
is that a margarita? Or?
It's like one. It's got salt. Yeah, it's got lime juice and tequila. I'm having it with the Siembra Azul.
As long as they salt the rim.
Yeah, exactly. You're not having any.
No.
What's the deal?
What's up, man?
Aren't you cool? No, I cannot drink beer. I cannot process gluten.
I don't even know what gluten is. I see this word all the time, gluten-free.
It's a protein of wheat. I can't process it. So I'm drinking dock cider.
That must be
amazing how
hard
many
on the
things
road, though. How do you eat out there?
I eat.
Somebody told me you guys bring a rice cooker.
We do. Yeah.
Who are you even talking to?
Inside information, you know?
Yeah, we're serious about our food on a lot of levels. Some for physical reasons and
Right.
you know, for a variety of reasons, really.
Political too?
I don't know. I don't eat politics. I try to stay away from politics, but it's certainly, I mean, it's an issue and it has been politicized.
You do vote with your
Lately.
food dollar, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I think that's true.
Yeah, supporting local communities wherever we go is sort of, you know, our, I guess, our attempt to, like you said, vote with your food dollar. And as a band on the road, it's highly inefficient as a traveling unit in this day and age.
I know that this place, they get all their food locally.
Local sourcing.
Local purveyors.
Is that a problem for you guys if they don't? Like, would you not eat at a place that doesn't? Or?
No, we're not militant about it. It's
Right.
just something that we try to keep at, you know,
Right.
at front of mind.
A lot of it's about raising awareness as much as anything else. You know, most people don't think about that kind of stuff.
They don't. No, it's true.
And it becomes obvious that most people don't think about that stuff, especially when you're in towns where none of that is available, where the only source of food is that little strip of chain restaurants right off the interstate, which as a traveling entity we come across more often than anything else.
It's the only thing that makes you know where you are when you pull off any exit in America is if there's a palm tree or not. If there's a palm tree outside the Staples parking lot, you're like, I'm at the Staples in San Diego or Texas or Florida. Anything else, you don't know where you are. It's gross. I don't like the American landscape.
Very
Sometimes
homogenized.
I was having this conversation one time. Someone asked me if I liked America, and I said that I didn't like it just because I don't like the vibe. Like, you know, like, fuck the health insurance, fuck all this shit that everybody's talking about. It's just like, just pull off any exit and just look.
Right.
Do you dig it, or do you want to be somewhere else?
Right, exactly. Is this a place where you feel comfortable?
Exactly.
But then you find yourself in a place like this, and you realize that there still is that mentality of wanting to create something unique. And
there are pockets.
And you just walk into a place like this, and the feel is so different from a TGI Fridays where there's stuff on the wall that is clearly didn't belong to anyone in the area. They just, you know.
There's some love in it, and it's in the food too, you know.
But that's from like on a restaurant level, but you know, from a level of where people kind of get all their food from.
Yeah.
You know, people are used to being pushed in the direction of, say, a supermarket or a Walmart or a Super Fresh or whatever. You know, and that's what America has been raised on now. That's what I was raised on.
Same here.
It seems counterintuitive on so many levels, but then you realize that the only level that really matters in that process is the economic level.
Yes.
You know, and
for a very small amount of people.
And a short-sighted economic level at that. You know,
Yes.
it doesn't consider the carbon footprint of transporting all of this, whatever chemicals were used to make this perfectly food porn ready tomato that is completely out of season but looks delicious and triggers a response.
It doesn't taste like anything though.
But it tastes like cardboard. You know?
Mealy cardboard.
And so that's what we're used to. You know, we eat these things that don't taste anything like what they tasted like, 100 years ago.
And the nutrition reflects it too.
Absolutely.
It's amazing when I was just in Italy touring, and it's amazing how they're not a very progressive country, but progressivism is like catching up to their old
Exactly.
way of doing it.
That's the funny thing about progressive is that we've come back around, and now
exactly.
the new ideas are just the old ideas.
And the food tastes so fresh. The tomatoes, the olive oil, the pasta, like every single thing. The meats too, the cured meats, and everything's from right nearby.
It's a craft.
Yeah.
Over there, it's rooted in the community.
Oh,
and
way.
it means something way more than just something you put on the packaging. Like
to
there isn't packaging.
This place in Rome I went to they didn't just have prosciutto on the menu. They had 7 kinds, and they were all like lined up, and you could see the different textures. And I tried to ask as much as I could, but they didn't speak good English at this place.
Why don't they speak English?
I've been learning Italian though. I've been into it,
This is called You and All of Us.
Now if you're seeking out a sound, come on, bend your head down low to the ground, where you might find a little clue in the rumbling. What is to come? You can take things lying down, you might hold up in your town, where you can take some country for yourself. Well, it's just you now, and all of us. Honey, and if you can't trust us, well, who can you trust? Well, now your high stereo's gonna tell you where to go, yeah. But how you gonna get there without us? Now if you're seeking out a chord, oh yeah, just still living by that sword. Oh, I know you're gonna find a little fear in the rumbling. What is to come? You can keep your hopes set toward the right hand of your own landlord, or you can take some country for yourself. Well, it's just you now, and all of us. Honey, and if you can't trust us, well, who can you trust? Oh, well, now your high stereo's gonna tell you where to go, yeah. But how you gonna get there without us? 'Cause we're everywhere. Oh, now there ain't no way. Now there ain't no way. Oh, now we are there. Oh, you know we're everywhere. If you're finding yourself lost, oh, and all of your records have been tossed. Oh, now I know you're gonna find a little cute rumbling. What is to come? You can keep your heart from frost. You might minimize your cost. Might take a little time out in the country for yourself. Well, it's just you now, and all of us. Honey, and if you can't trust us, well, who can you trust? Oh, well, now your high stereo's gonna tell you where to go. How you gonna get there without us? Then how you gonna get there without us?
Pass a plate.
Oh, look at these pickles.
Spicy sausage, pork.
What is this here?
We didn't say grace.
Greatest idea.
An agnostic prayer to the barbecue gods.
I feel like I need to really mind my manners.
Yeah.
Because the whole world can see you.
Yeah. I was on Facebook yesterday, and I'm friends with Joe Henry, that producer. He just did a record with Mose Allison, who's about 85
That guy's
now.
awesome.
Mose is one of my main guys. I love Mose. You know, you're into Mose.
I love his dry delivery, but then just amazing. Oh God.
His
so good.
singing, everything about it. He's just one of the unsung greats. You know.
You got Moe's fans here.
And Joe Henry did this new record with him, and
Wow, really?
I saw him.
gotta
Yeah, I
check
saw
that
him
out.
post on his status update. You know, it's coming out today, and I thought, oh, I gotta go get that. And the next thought was, where the fuck do I go get that? I don't. Who's carrying Mose Allison's record? I don't know. I just went on Amazon and ordered it. You know.
Yeah, the decentralization of the whole music industry, I think, is sort of a. I don't know. It sort of portends the decentralization of a lot of other industries. It seems like that's sort of where a lot of things are going. You know, like just like empowering the, you know, the everyman as opposed to a few Svengalis who just, you know, kind of rule the roost and dictate how everything is going to happen.
I'm almost feeling like everything that I read about in the newspapers now with, you know, corporations and the big companies that are all failing and all this stuff. And by the time the economy was tanking and everybody was getting all worried about everything collapsing, I was just like, so what? You know, you're
I say
already
this-
living out here. You're already not making money. You're already doing.
Yeah,
it's
this
like big deal.
economic
What's gonna
downturn.
change, you know?
The economic downturn is essentially meaningless to
Yeah.
those of us who live below the poverty line
It's
anyway.
true. No. It's a good time to be a musician, you know? Because you don't have to listen to that bullshit from anybody anymore. Why are you doing what you're doing? They're like, well, I
It's
wish I
just
was
as
doing what
viable
you were
as anything
doing.
else.
Yeah.
At least you're having fun.
Yeah, it's true.
Rob, you were talking about these pickles, Gus's.
These pickles are Gus's pickles.
Hell of a pickle.
Oh, yeah.
You still retain a lot of the cucumber.
These are just
Cute little
cucumbers.
guys. I have several jars in my refrigerator at home where
You make your own pickles?
pickle a lot of different things.
Really?
We just put in some white asparagus yesterday. Peppers.
Where'd you get the white
zucchini.
asparagus? Do you grow it?
Oh no.
Okay.
I there's the place where I live in Philly. The backyard is not really conducive to growing, so I have to rely on the farmers around in and around the
Oh,
city.
okay. Around here, they have farms on the roofs.
That's what I've heard. I think that's a
there's
great
a couple
idea.
places doing that.
I'd say it's such a good use of space.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that we're in the era now where people need to find all the space they can to grow food.
Yeah.
They need to grow food there.
Yeah.
And they need to find the people who are willing to grow it, the people who own land who don't feel like growing it, the
Yeah.
people who want to grow food who don't have land to do it. They all need to be connected.
Did you do like a tour one time where you farmed or you toured on farms and then you farmed at
We
the
didn't
same time?
farm ourselves,
Okay. You didn't do the farming yourself.
no, it was
Nobody got
basically-
their hands dirty. My impression was there was somebody.
Oh, we did a little work.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some weeding and some of that kind of stuff.
Weeding?
Yeah,
They just made you
that's-
weed.
That's always
They didn't make us
a
weed.
job on the farm for sure.
I want to
That's all
milk
that
a
really
cow.
happens on farms. You
Yeah, I
sow
mean-
seeds, then you weed for a couple weeks, and then you harvest.
So who set that up? Like who conceived of that and how did it all come together?
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an idea that started a couple years ago. We wanted to do just a show in a barn.
Cute
It
girls
seemed
in like
a
hee-haw
natural-
outfits, you know.
Exactly.
Overalls.
And
Overalls.
kids
Yeah.
swinging from the rafters and dogs
Yeah.
running around and everything.
It originated with that idea. That never actually came together. But a couple years later, we decided to expand it beyond just playing in a barn and create a harvest tour to
Wow.
sort of celebrate the harvest season.
Whereabouts? Where in the country?
Right in our region, basically.
I see.
Northern Virginia up through, I guess, northern PA.
We kind of set it up to be in farms that had CSA. CSA is going, you know what a CSA is? A community-supported agriculture where, their population, say like 70 members or whatever, will buy into the farm at the beginning of the season. And then they kind of reap the bounty, each week. So they have like kind of a population already.
That's really cool, man.
And so the whole community came out, and there was a big potluck, and then the show afterwards.
Yeah, it was just it was amazing. It was really just a very fulfilling, satisfying experience for us. As, and you know this. You go schlepping yourself across the country, hoping that maybe 11 people show up and you can learn their names or whatever. But when you plug yourself into a pre-existing community, one that already is excited to hang out with each other, loves to,
It creates a lot of
interact.
synchronicity.
It really does,
Yeah.
and you get a lot more out of the experience, I think.
Is it a
And-
one-time deal? Or are you going to do it again?
No, we're doing it again this year. We're planning. In the planning stages now. Want to make it a little bigger, I guess, maybe.
You need an opening act.
You want to come?
Sure, come on out.
I have a straw hat. I have a straw hat at home and a corncob pipe.
We do want to bring people with us to each one, or ultimately down the road have it kind of be bigger than us. Maybe
It's an amazing idea.
I mean, we're not a band to stand on soapboxes. We don't really preach any particular ideal, but by virtue of being on a stage and having a web presence and being a band, you're in front of people and you have their attention. You know, it's sort of attempting to live by example. You know, and sort of you just put the idea out there. Like this is an alternative to going to the salad bar at Ruby Tuesdays. You know, this is something a lot different.
The idea is definitely to like not just do lip service. You know, not just walk around and be like eat local and then like go to the Cracker Barrel. It's to like bring the show to
eat at the local Cracker Barrel.
Eat local. There's a Cracker Barrel off the highway. Go there. You know, the idea is not to be like the kind of band that just talks about, that particular issue that they feel strongly about, but someone who actually acts on it.
Very
and,
cool.
Brings it to those places. And
I like
it's a lifestyle.
I'm gonna tell you,
I like it.
May going back to the bars and venues we're used to, pretty tough. Being on these.
It's night and day, man.
Yeah.
With
And get treated like shit again.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, there's a magic in that as well.
the food, the people, the community, the whole event.
Yeah.
Events were just wonderful and inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
And then you show up and get your drink tickets.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to not get a rib. Would you like to share this rib with me?
This is called What Good Are Plowshares If We Use Them Like Swords? A man's love make a person blind who is own face blind. We're all blind of human rights. What does it goes as a man? Is it pride or make a person see the numbers? They can turn aside and wonders away. What good are plowshares? Never use them like swords. Use them like swords. No, we ain't got much more. No, we ain't got much more love. What isn't possess a man is a truth. Make a person cold to cry, cold to suffer, or cold to die. What does it possess a man? Who is it fate? Make a person give up on time. Give it a chance, then we'll give out inspired will. What good are plowshares? I say, never use them like swords. Use them like swords. Don't spoil the harvest. No, we ain't got much more. No, we ain't got much more. Now we ain't got much more. What is it now? 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 What is it for? That's a man. Is it freedom? Make a person do as he please. Do it unless you do on his knees. Why you down there, son? Gather your things to go. Grab your boots and get on up now. There's a new road home. Hey! What good are plowshares? I said, never use them like swords. Use them like swords. Almost for harvest. No.
just rolled into London. I wouldn't know it from Payre. I'm serving time on Corporation Row. America, she's everywhere I go. Syndicated.
Check, please.